want to make sure and do that first. Nice. Oh, that's pretty good. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Reata Horsemanship. I'm Luke Brown, and welcome to House Calls with Luke. This is another house call that I'm making. This is a little cute 6-month-old filly that is having trouble trailer loading. She needs to go to a new property. Her owner just purchased her, and so she needs to get in a trailer. We have a 2-horse slant trailer that we're going to try to get her into, and they're just really struggling with getting her on, and so I want to help her get on and hopefully help her find some relaxation in the trailer. And so let's see what we can do here. It looks like they trim her feet, huh? Okay, they look great. Her feet look great. So I'm just going to start working on asking for some respect first and foremost. Getting her to move her feet around. Now, if I can't move her feet around and be able to get her out of my space, I'm not going to try to get her in the trailer. I want to make sure and do that first. Nice. I just keep the pressure on. Keep the pressure on and release right there. Ooh. I'm going to move away from that drag. Good girl. Got a nice rope halter, a nice 14-foot lead rope. I'm using my flag to get her to move. I also want to desensitize her with the flag too. Make sure she's not nervous about the flag, but she respects the flag. I don't want her overreacting to the flag when she's inside the trailer. So first and foremost, get her moving her feet. Good girl. So get her moving her feet forward firstly, and then get her relaxing a little bit laterally. She's better relaxing laterally on this left side. When I pick up on that lead rope and she feels pressure from the halter, she kind of looks at me a little bit more. She's not pulling away as much. When she's going to her right, she pulls away more. Good girl. I do quite a bit of changing directions Sometimes they get locked into going one direction and they start really trying to get away from me. If I just consistently change directions or more often early on, that's really helpful for them. See, this side, she really wants to pull against me. I'm just bumping on her a little bit, send her the other way. Then as she starts to move her more fluidly around me, then I'm going to start to desensitize her with this flag a little bit. See how I'm waving it up there? Good girl. Probably what's going on here is she's probably been led and mostly goes in a left circle when in her life so far. So she doesn't really know how to bend to the right. That's getting a little better. Good girl. Not looking for a lot of speed, just fluid motion. And this is something she might try to do at the trailer, is just balk and decide not to go forward, kind of lock up. It's really important to just keep those feet moving, get them fluidly moving. Good girl. So every time I change directions, I'm going to yield the hindquarters, then change. Now I yield the forequarters. Good girl. Yield the hindquarters, forequarters, that fluidity of motion is what we're looking for. Hindquarters, forequarters, good girl. And I'm keeping her about 4 feet away on that lead rope so that I'm close enough I can touch her with this flag if I need to. That was a nice forward forequarter movement. Keep it moving, girl. Good. Come on. Shorten up my lead. Come on, baby. There you go. So she'll just walk calmly around to the right. I'm totally happy with that right now. What I don't want her to do is get to where she locks up and just won't move her feet. There you go. See, she keeps wanting to put me on her left side. She's trying to block me from getting on her right side. Good girl. I'll give her a break. That was a good yield. Good girl. There, she's licking and chewing some. I'm going to desensitize a little bit with this flag. Let's have her follow me. I'll pull her off balance if she doesn't come forward. I want her to just get used to this flag going up above her head. So I'm kind of giving her a break from asking her to go forward and desensitizing. It's kind of a desensitizing to rest technique, but it's what I call a drawing forward. I get her to follow this flag. Really, she's not following the flag. I'm getting her to move forward, relaxed, even though the flag's waving in front of her. Good girl. Yield those hindquarters. This is giving her a break too. So I'm desensitizing while she's resting. What I'm trying to avoid is her locking up and just not wanting to move her feet anywhere. Good girl. She hasn't learned to tie yet. So there's a lot going on here that we're trying to teach her in a short amount of time. How to come forward off of that pressure. How to not be afraid. How to be respectful without fear. Good girl. That's some light movement forward. Like that. Good girl. Good girl. There's what I'm looking for. See that nice flow of the feet towards me and the flag. Good girl. If she'll walk straight forward, I'll allow her to do that. But if she resists, I'm going to pull her off balance. Good girl. Oh, that's pretty good. Good girl, I love that. She's nice and relaxed, walking forward, not resisting. Very good. Now I'm going to fully desensitize to rest for a little bit here. So not ask her to move forward, but I'm going to desensitize while she's standing still. Good. Just don't want her overreacting to this flag when we're getting in the trailer. Home baby. She's so freaking cute, I can't even stand it. So cute. Little fillies and colts, I just love them. What do you think about that flag, huh? So there I started to approach her and she got bothered, so I took it away. Good, I love that licking and chewing. Uh-huh. Good job. Okay, now I'm going to move her around some more. She's licking and chewing. Let me just give her another second. So I've got her start moving her feet a little bit and be a little less reactive, more responsive. And now I'm going to just kind of reset and do it again and see if I can get her moving around a little easier than last time, than just a few minutes ago. So she took some extra pressure from that flag to move forward. But if she'll do this right here, that's what I'm perfectly happy with. I might ask her to trot in a minute, but I don't think she has to trot to get this done. As long as she'll move forward off of some pressure, off of light pressure, yield the hindquarters. Good girl. Good girl. She gets over here by her sister and she doesn't want to go away from that. Heel their hindquarters. Good. There's a nice little trot. Like that. You can just see how much easier it is for her to go in a left circle than a right. That'll change with some practice. Now we'll just start inching our way over towards the trailer. Keep working on her forward movement. Good. She really locks up on this right side, going right here. Not the right answer. Oh, there we go. She has a very strong opinion on that side there. See how smooth she is this way. So what I'm doing is changing direction so I don't get her too flustered going to the right. Give her some positive circles going to the left. Then I'll go back to the right again. Another chance to yield her hindquarters. Yield the forequarters. That was good. So until I get this a little smoother, I don't want to try to get her on the trailer. Come on. There. Come on. Right there. Better. See the change right there? But she definitely has some sticky points on this right side. I'm going to work a little bit harder on just getting her to move those shoulders over. Yield, shoulders. Good. Yield, shoulders. Come on, baby. When she does start to go forward on this right side, I'm letting that lead rope slide through my hand a little bit. give her a little more freedom when she moves right before I pick up on that halter. When you tried to get her on the trailer before, did she just lock up and wouldn't move? Yeah. So she wouldn't move forward and then she'd blow backwards? Ah. So she got away from you? I'm giving her more room. I'm almost getting her into a lunge position instead of a lead beside position, just to give her a little more room to move if she'll take me up on it. But only if she takes me up on it and starts to move forward. That's better. See, if she'll just walk nicely on a circle to her right, I'm fine with that right now. Now, if she were any bigger, I wouldn't let her get her head away from me like she is. But I'm allowing her to do that so I can pull the rope against her hind end and get her to do a full turnaround. At least a half turnaround. Just teaching her how to yield to that pressure. Good girl. Now that's quite a bit easier than the first time I tried this. She didn't lock up as much. Good girl. I'm almost there. The question was, at what point would you stop and rub her? Trying to get her a little bit lighter, and then I'm going to give her a break here and rub on her. That's pretty good right there. Good girl. Oh. Did I make life hard on you today? She's kind of tired, but she's also more respectful, right? She's not trying to run me over. Earlier, before we got started, she was really just very pushy and wasn't getting out of your space. Let me back her up a little bit. Now this is the next part of it is I want her to learn how to back out of my space. Good girl. Good girl. My daughter's horse, his name is Rio, and it's it was during he was born the winter before the Rio de Janeiro Olympics. So her name being Brazil, it just reminded me of Rio, because Brazil with a Z. Did you name her, or did she already come? Good girl.
I feel like I need to find a bigger name for her.
A bigger name than Brazil?
She's very opinionated.
Yeah, yeah.
So her registered name is from a Beth quote from Yellowstone.
Oh.
So it's I am the bigger bear, and I think that fits.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, what if you named her Bear?
Could be called Bear. That's a good one.
Ride a bear and I ride a freckle, people are going to laugh at us.
We in Colorado at the Reata Ranch, I do a lot of naming Hispanic names. So I would probably go Osa, probably name her Osa for female bear.
She very much is like. So I have my little gelding who's very much fear-based, right? Like, everything is like reactive. She's very opposite of it.
Yeah.
Like the flag, she's like, I'm not afraid of the flag. It's annoying.
Right.
It kind of makes the reactive ones a little easier.
Yeah, in some ways.
Yeah.
They're easier to get to move around.
Yeah.
You just have to be a little smoother and softer. And her, like, there's obviously a amount of smoothness you want to have with her, but she, like going to the right, there was a few times where she took quite a bit of pressure from the flag. She's coming forward a little easier. Good girl. That was the first time she actually felt resistance straight on and kept coming. She resisted a little, but then she went forward. I didn't have to pull her off balance. Good girl. She's definitely thinking a lot about what's going on here. Good girl. I like this. Good girl. She's learning a whole bunch right now. Yeah, that'll be fun. I can't wait to put her under saddle. A couple years and she'll be ready. Probably. Oh, look at her. She's so adorable. Now I'm just gonna start teaching her to back out of my space with just the lead rope. Ooh, look at that. Beautiful. Yeah, and she's backed up a couple times now without me having to jerk down on that. Oh, so cute. She's starting to figure out that it's up to her how difficult she wants to make her life, right? Yeah, I won't give in to her tantrums, and mostly she's just figuring out how to give to pressure and she's figuring out, oh, if I just work with them, if she'll work with me, life is a whole lot easier, and she's starting to really relax. So most of the trailer loading is happening right now. Yeah, we'll get her towards the trailer and I'll work her around the trailer, but I gotta teach her to move her feet first. Oh, that was beautiful. Find another sticky point. It was sticky, but not near as sticky as it was 15 minutes ago. Sticky, sticky, and good. I almost thought she was going to go through without stopping there. She's close. That was the best recovery she's had so far. Yield. Now I'm going to ask her to trot. Now getting her to move a little bit faster, that's just going to be helpful when we convince her that being inside the trailer is the best place to be. That's where she's going to get the most rest, or that's where she's going to get a rest. Now in this way to the right, if she'll just walk a circle without stopping, I'll be very, very happy. Almost. Sure.
Point is kind of over here by the camera. Would you rather commit to that stop or would it
That is a great question. So at first I'm going to let her commit. So the question is, should I If I know a sticky point, so I know where she's going to try to stop, should I just let her commit to that stop and then put pressure on her? Or should I catch her early, put some pressure on, and try to push her through that point? There's a fine line between doing the two. First, you want to let her commit to that. Right there, she finally did it. She moved through without stopping. So you want to let her commit to that a number of times. But at some point, and it's all arbitrary depending on, if I finally feel like, you know what, she's just taking advantage and every time she comes through, she wants to stop. And sometimes it's the lazy horses that do that. It happens when I'm loping them, when I'm lunging on a lope. If a horse wants to keep slowing down to a trot.